probably actually
Who knows? Probably need to be closer on this mic, first of all. That's how you move in chairs.
Hi there. I'm technically still on screen. Actually, I can adjust this a little bit.
Grand. Hi, Bob. Who are you?
I'm Dustin.
All right.
Let's scooch
I believe in
you.
Colette's here too, but she's off camera. Hi. You were just in the shower. Your head's wet. I should move this
Damn
table
cat.
so I can actually reach my mug.
Okay.
Who can say?
I can scoot this over here.
Hydrate or dihydrate? What can I say?
All right, close enough. I'm just in the corner. That's fine. I can actually update that camera for the next time we do this, but it's good enough.
Clunk.
Big fucking ugly mug is not central to the proceedings anyway. Hi there.
Excuse me, this mug is beautiful and is absolutely...
That's not the mug I was talking about.
Why not? It's the only mug here. Stoneware lazy.
We are gonna mess with some game stuff. Let's see which screen this Unity instance opens on.
Bob! Why are you sitting on the floor? Come sit by me. It's cozy over here.
I don't have the formalized list that I had before. I'll probably go back to doing that at some point. But I do have this text file that I'll put here for the moment, and you can ponder that while I only work in the highest of art forms, Notepad.
I mean, you might as well. I'm still apparently a criminal for doing a lot of writing in WordPad, but you know, what can you do?
Alright, let me
work with what you got.
Unplug this.
And at this point, I'm too lazy to change how... I like how it formats certain things, like certain characters. And I'm not going to change that now. So, poo-poo on me, I guess.
Look, there's nothing... Sometimes you just need to write words down. It doesn't matter much how complicated they are.
And in my defense, looking at things in different like formatting and windows helps you catch things differently in slightly different text. So my very convoluted, very derivative, and slightly pointless editing process checks out. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't ask any questions.
These scripts I actually need to open, but
all of them.
Here's the Unity window.
Every script.
I'm just gonna keep shoving stuff on that other screen while I kind of.
I don't know what screen you're shoving them on. All I see is this.
One sec. It's thinking real hard.
Did any of us even like?
Oh my god.
Mean anything?
So there's a Unity window.
Fantastic.
You probably won't be messing with a ton, honestly, but.
Boo.
Actually, let me.
There's a window.
I guess this is fine.
Bye. Later, Visual Studio.
It's going to change the order of these screens, but I don't know if it'll fuck up the capture, so I guess I'm not going to worry about it. So, for my purposes, the screen that is directly in front of me, like slightly to the left, is to the right of my computer environment.
No good.
Whatever.
Come here.
Close some of this shit out.
You're not helping, Colette. Hamburger hindrance is what you're being.
Okay.
Riveting internet TV.
You'll love to actually see it. Need this right now. I might.
You'll love to see it.
I need this though. Oh, shut up.
Never.
Visual Studio doesn't need to update right now. But anyway, so
Visual Studio is a coward.
A thing that I started messing with recently, because I was, sometimes you like, I don't know, let's say you're in real life, you're like looking for your.
I don't live there. I'm
sorry. Your favorite pair of pants, and then when you like go through all your regular drawers, you can't find them. You go the closet in the back room. And you're like, oh, here these are. And then when you find them, there's like a bunch of other shit in there. They're like, man, I should do something about this. I'm already here. So then you go through a box or two and like pack some shit up for Goodwill. Well, that's what I did coding wise for the last day or two, because I wanted to. So we got this thing, which is the PS5 controller.
Look what you've done.
You
acquired a cat. Is she on the screen?
No, not quite.
Not at all. Oh, bub.
And I wanted to make sure it works in the game, so I opened up all like the input manager scripts and stuff like that. And while I was in there, I was like, previously I was gonna like write it off and just be like, all right, whatever is shitty about this can just be shitty about it. It's fine, and I'm just not gonna worry about it. Because there's like some functionality in Down the Drain that's not in Cucumber, our other game, and vice versa. Colette is still not visible. The camera doesn't quite catch that. I guess I could pick her up like Lion King style. And...
I'm sure she'll appreciate that. She has no functionality.
Cat. This is not a peripheral.
No. This is proprietary software.
Okay.
Bye, bub. Hey, Brian. Welcome to Saturday afternoon.
But as I was in there, I was like, and just, whatever. I'm a free spirit, I guess. Let me change my mind willy-nilly. Like I said, originally I was just gonna leave that shit lie, and then this time I was like, you know what? Let's just make all of this a little bit better. And then once I finish updating the Down the Drain one, I'll consolidate it into the Cucumber version, and then we'll have like a unified, relatively malleable, relatively straightforward input controller for these games and any game in the future. So that all started from like, can I get this PS5 controller working? On the base level, that was very easy, because it's pretty much has the same button mappings as the PS4 controller. It has more inputs, so like if you want to query the fucking mute button, it's a thing you can do.
Query it to automatically turn it off every time it's pressed. Just
but
it's
here,
on off.
So I'll demonstrate part of what I'm getting at here. Let me turn.
Hooray for malleable, indeed. But is it ductile? Can I draw it into a wire? Is the question.
And let's start by plugging in this.
It's not an answer, but thank you.
This controller. I don't even remember what code I have. We'll see what happens. We're gonna find out in real time where I left this yesterday when I stopped fucking with it.
Cliffhangers. Fantastic.
Click here. This will give us title screen.
I don't know how conductive it is. It's hard to say.
I don't actually know if game audio is coming through the stream, but that's fine. It's not really relevant for right this moment.
I don't think... you might be able to use a PS5 controller as a light bulb, because it does have that light on it.
I got this. Got this,
gosh. I forgot about
that's my placeholder.
The PNG. Well.
Oh, never mind. That's where I left this. So that part is broken right now. I broke
menu.
that. But maybe this other part isn't. Let's see how this goes.
Love it. Love to see it.
Let's go over here. We'll get another piece of like temp art that I hope to replace with, I don't know, something else that you'll throw together someday.
Who?
Let's move back here and let's try this.
Uh-oh. Help.
All right. So that before it was this. Now it's this.
Which is
Xbox controller.
Oh, is that a?
Oh, it didn't change. Okay. So that's what I want to ultimately make happen. Is I want it to be able to not only detect.
Have those bubbles always been there?
No, I put them in for testing because I needed to test remapping some of the inputs, like changing the special attacks and using them.
There's some sound. I don't think there's any music on this level.
There isn't in this map.
Yeah, but I can hear the clamp sound. The clamp sound that. God,
but
what was that? What did I use to make that sound? I don't even remember.
So what
you want to make it change automatically.
Well, yeah, what it has done previously is basically like
read the input.
Every time it loads up a level, like every time it loads a scene, it'll be like, do you have a controller connected?
Nah.
Oh, you have this one. Well, this is how we're going to map the controls, and this is what the UI is going to look like. And just to make it better and more gooderer, what I would want it to do...
The words. You are just a smith of them.
Is if you happen to swap controllers on the fly during gameplay
like
for some fucking reason, I just kind of want it to work.
How dare you? How dare you make be robust?
And so part of that is involved, and this is a thing that I always wanted to do because this is the way the Cucumber ones work, but it's not the way the Down the Drain one had been implemented. Is previously, and I consolidated a lot of these. So if we go back to that text file, I can stop this for now.
Not the text file.
I consolidated a lot of these scripts into.
How dare you? How dare you consolidate my horrible
position of the monitors is still really fucking with me.
basically like a filing cabinet of single leaves of paper.
Oh, right. I guess I can just look it up in here.
Although in my defense, my folder system is very robust. I'm very thorough in foldering things.
Okay, it opened it up on Visual Studio. All right, so...
Those are words. I said words right there.
And just as another example, what were some of the names of these files?
Booty.
Like projectile controller.
My naming conventions are also extremely good. Look at that. Look at how much sense all of those make. You know what they do. Amazing. I'm a visionary. And then some of them just don't make sense because they were older files and I didn't change the name.
So you look at the player controller.
Gross.
Oh, and that actually inherits from this. But
it.
if we look at this...
Don't look at my files.
This inherits from the input taker class.
Correct.
So that means it can take input. This used to do that too. But when I had designed it, like I said, at some point these bisected because I made like a version of input controller classes on Cucumber, and then I kind of gave them to you and down the drain.
Yeah.
And I kept working on them in that game, and you kept working on it in this game, which, again, maybe not the smartest thing to do, but whatever. That's what we did.
None of our development process for either of these games have been the smartest thing to do.
So they became very different over time. And the way that the Cucumber one, in my head, was always intended to work, that like I mostly got it there, is that there's only going to be one input taker at any given moment, and they'll kind of pass control between each other.
Yes, I remember that.
And the way that you had implemented it was that just kind of you could just put it on a thing, and they would all kind of take input simultaneously.
Sure, that was not intentional, probably. I don't know.
Well, that's how in practice that's how it's been implemented and down the drain.
That sounds like something I would do because why would I?
If you look at all these
come
like the projectile is her basic attack, the force field is her shield or whatever. Those all had their own input controllers, and they were querying their own inputs separately.
Sure. That sounds like a thing I would do because I'm an idiot. Go on.
That's not at all what I'm saying.
I'm an idiot. I'm dumb.
But that's not stupid. It's just different.
There's a reason that I didn't necessarily pursue this as a career.
There's a cost benefit to everything because on the one hand, it's very easy.
Yes.
And on the other hand, it could cause problems with more complicated functions. But I actually don't think it's that big a deal with the... with this kind of thing, because they're so limited in what they can do that like I kind of don't think it mattered that much. I think what you did was fine. I just want to...
He says condescendingly.
I just want to consolidate them and make them the same, period. And this caused problems for...
as I want to do.
Theoretically trying to do this, switch between inputs on the fly, because at the end of the day, this just has to be like... a loop that checks every couple seconds.
You to like chuck that like a boomerang. 'Cause the way you're holding it and just like you just switch across the room. At
the end of the day, this has to be basically a loop that runs on the input controllers that checks every couple seconds to see if the controller is different and then switch them.
Grand.
And that was that ended up complicating it such that it caused more problems when there were like 5 or 6 of them running at one time. So
my laziness causes issues.
So that's where we're
at.
It
here first.
So basically,
I'm the problem.
These are all the different types of objects and down the drain that are input controllers right now, like
that
input managers.
Right.
And I want to make them all just either one thing or one thing at a time. So for these ones, these are pretty much all. These have pretty much all been consolidated into Marta herself.
Probably.
So instead of
gross.
Like this used to be just an update function, so it ran itself every frame, and now it is if we go.
In my defense, in a lot of my later scripts, post the implementation of this input thing, I stopped using general updates more frequently. But the older scripts that I was pulling into that didn't necessarily follow that.
And it's fine to like. There's no reason you wouldn't use update because you're gonna want input every frame. Like you're gonna want that to happen as often as it can happen. But yeah, I moved basically all this stuff now is referenced by Marta, and she just every time her update runs, it checks the state of all those and fires them and stuff. What's so funny?
Dustin, crusher of unique individuality. All must be standardized. All will be assimilated. Pass by Marta, indeed. You're not by reference. You're passing by Marta in this game.
I'm losing my train of thought.
Good. I'm helping. So is Brian. We're here to help. You know me.
So that's where we're at with that. But ultimately, I do want to consolidate the rest of these into.
I do like how 90% of our game dev streams for this game is you fixing my poor programming practices from years ago.
Well, they're all great. They're mine too, because like I said, I gave you.
It's mostly mine.
That's not true.
This was my baby.
That's not true at all.
You let me build the foundation, and now it's crumbling.
There's something to be said for not overthinking stuff and making something that is.
I don't overthink anything.
That is functional and good enough, especially in game dev, more so than in other times of development.
MO when it comes to coding. If something works, don't touch it. Don't even look at it. Stop referencing it. Stop it. Just don't.
But anyway, I'm just saying. So that's where I ended off yesterday. I was consolidating a bunch of stuff and trucking through, and it was going fine. And then
beep, beep.
When I got to the pause controller, this is one of the types of ones that
pause controller is quite a script.
I'm not even going to get into how it actually works,
because it doesn't.
But this is one of the kind of ones. That's why when I pause the screen, nothing happens. I can't unpause it.
Nope.
Because this has to work. That's one of the reasons I made the Cucumber ones the way they were. This has to pass control from one input manager, controller, whatever the fuck that class is called, into another one, because they won't both be active at the same time.
Again, in my defense, I started building pause functionality before you and had no idea what I was doing. So,
and that doesn't
1,000%
work
on me.
great in Cucumber either. So pausing is hard.
It's awful. It's real bad.
Oh gosh. But anyway,
I disliked it immensely. It was so annoying. Even before we had the input taker class, doing any because I was essentially doing the same thing that you're doing with that, just on a weirder, different level.
And so this
of activating, moving control from
this
one
is
thing
gonna have
to
to
another.
go.
No.
Need to rethink
everything.
This. Okay.
Good comment. I love it.
And so, give me a minute. Just kind of shoot the shit, because I'm gonna pull up.
Sweetie, I'm good at that.
Oh god, I gotta find the cursor again. I'm gonna pull up some of those existing Cucumber scripts and see how I did it in there.
Man, you want
God damn it. Just fucking.
Man, though, you look at you want to get some weird you want to just look at some the player controller is probably one of the oldest classes in this entire game, and I'm sure there's some weird there's just some wonk everywhere. Just all of it is probably bad. 90% of it. That movement that movement function right there is probably one of the single oldest pieces of code in here. That's right above what you have highlighted.
Oh, okay.
Getting things to move is hard. That and no, because we changed how the spawning works for everything.
Yeah, that's very different.
The map stuff is all different. The enemy those enemy controllers got updated a lot. This is still probably the shell is still there of my horrible paper mache and popsicle stick coding method that I used to build this game, because a lot of everything else got more smartly built later on, and this has definitely had a lot of changes too, but this class in particular is probably one of the oldest bastions in this game, back from 2014 when I started actually coding this, I think.
Okay, so let's look over, and I'm gonna copy paste these lines of code, and then we're gonna go work backwards from there and see what we have to do to make it function. So this is from the Cucumber. This is basically the equivalent to that player controller. This is like the main.
What make the cucumber go? And by cucumber, I mean aardvark, but whatever. Say la vie.
There's some stuff here, and then this does this, which I think I'm gonna put in the same position. I'm gonna kind of put it above all those other inputs. I don't think it matters that much in practice. These are the functions that the down the drain version doesn't really have right now. So we'll work backwards from there.
Gross.
But she already has a reference to your script that pauses, which is fine. This will be part of the input taker class, so it'll exist. And it's passing a reference to this, in this case Cucumber, in the other game case Marta, this script as an input taker, so it can. So by calling this, we're making the other one active and deactivating this one, and when we do the opposite in that script, we'll work backwards. So we'll deactivate the one that's currently active, which will be the pause screen, and reactivate the Marta one. And that's what this reference is for. So I commented that out. I'm gonna put. I guess I could put it above all of this, really.
I thought that's what your plan was. Oh, excuse me. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? It's like 2:20.
This little comment up here, we'll delete it in a second, but
delete. Oh no, delete.
And then we actually need to check what this is called something different in here, which is another thing I'd like to standardize, but I'm not going to go that far today, if at all. Is there one? I think this one's called Start. I think I might have even renamed it. Yeah. Because I tried to actually... This I'll probably take from down the drain and re-upload it in Cucumber. I tried to start renaming some of these buttons from the thing that they do to the thing that they are on the controller.
Which I believe was what I did on here. I think. I honestly don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did.
I think we kind of both did it some of the time. And then this is actually...
Because in like the super base version of...
All right, and then we need to grab that
controller
from Cucumber and implement it somehow. So
had them named horrifically. It was real bad. Also, Brian says now or never.
So let's
do it or don't, coward.
Let's copy like all this and then see. I'm expecting this to be in the down the drain version. I'm not necessarily expecting any of this other stuff to be, unless I like already pasted it in there from. Because this script is also very different at this point.
Woo!
Okay, so that is in there. Actually, we can even just pull those up side by side.
Most of it. This way. Oh.
So there's that. So the down the drain one automatically activates. That we're gonna have to change.
Whoops.
Or no, really? Because that's basically the same as that. No, that's this here. All right, we might need to rethink that.
Disgusting. Hi, Bub. Come on. Yeah.
And then I did put.
What is
okay, so I already did copy this stuff.
She doesn't know. This cat's weird. Aglemente. Delightful. Can I help you?
Okay. All right. And then I don't even know if we need these. We'll see. But actually, all this stuff is technically in here. It looks like. So then, what's it complaining about over here? Why is it so mad? Oh, because I did the other thing. That's right. That's my bad. So that's what's wrong with this right now.
Hooray! It wasn't me. Amazing. Like, I understand why you do the search thing, but that is never the first thing that comes to my mind. It's always just, let's look through the folder tree, because I know where most things are.
Alright, this might work.
I put them there. Oh, we build and yo. Look at those alpha resetting variables.
Okay. Could just try it, see what happens. I don't actually know what's gonna occur. Fucking.
How could he do that thing? Indeed.
When in doubt.
Build it out.
Oh, that definitely isn't working right.
I love it.
Yeah. So it paused the game and nothing came up, and now I can't unpause it.
Great.
Didn't necessarily expect that to work, but and so now we just need to figure out now I might actually need to look into the let's see what we got over here. Looks like I'm digging around in the cucumber code a little bit.
Dig, yo. Yes. Skulking around on the floor.
So this does just have an update.
Individual spots. Every so often.
Okay. So that I just have an explicit call to do that in here. Alright, that's fine. So then let's just do the same thing and down the drain.
Woo!
And I can change this back to an update.
What? You're crazy. You're helping, Colette.
Okay. And then, oh, that's the alpha. That's just like debug stuff. I mean, you seen here where it unpauses the game?
Well, the thing that says pausing the game right there. If game pause, test input.
So that's one of the other things that's different about.
I don't know what button 7
is.
is.
Oh, right here. Okay.
There we go. Found it. The aptly named function unpausing the game. You can tell when I named something.
Want,
Whoops. There's pausing the game and unpausing the game. Like,
you could simplify this a little with the way
No.
we're changing it, but
no, you can't. This is peak simplicity.
I think we want.
Coward.
I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, because the other thing, and I noticed this the other day, is that down the drain doesn't get unpaused when you hit the start button again.
Nope.
Oh, I definitely want it to do that.
There are buttons for that, though.
Yeah, but what game have you ever played where pushing the start button doesn't undo the thing you just did?
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's a pause menu.
There are some. Literally fight me.
trying to think about how to do that here.
Actively enter combat with me. I'm frenzied now. Fight me.
Because you have this double layered check here.
Let me tell you about
I'm not
nested
sure what
if
this
statements.
does. We'll have to
look it up. I don't know. Ta-da!
Oh, it's just like, did you pick that button? Where the heck? Let's do
paper mache and popsicle sticks.
Actually, this is probably gonna bite me in the ass real hard.
Great.
I always I tend to fucking really screw up
ors
because it's gonna be more complicated than that. Well, let's try this.
I love it. Bite my ass into pieces. This is my last resort. This is my last XOR. That's so funny.
Good lord. That might be what I want it to do. What I want it to do is if you push the A button or whatever, and you're over continue, it'll unpause the game. Or if you push start, it'll unpause the game. So that may or may not be what I have written here.
I haven't appreciated in my time. Oh lord, that's a lot of errors.
I'm gonna leave this as is. It's just because all right. So there's that. There's update now, so it should just run when it's called, and it should theoretically get control from Mardo when this happens. Although we will need to add kind of started.
Corn sound it.
Oh, it's because I didn't comment that actually doesn't need to be indented like that.
Woo! At least we can agree on that we fix indentations.
Oh, it's make. That's me writing way too wordy things. Is that not right? Is that not actually the thing that this inherits from? Huh. Oh, it's protected. Why is it protected?
I don't know. I don't know your life.
I'll have to look into Cucumber to see why that is. I'm sure there's a reason.
Most of the time I want everything public. Let me reference everything. Our variables. Very communist way to program.
Interesting. One sec. Actually, I don't know if this will search that I want it to in here. So what's it look like in, oh gosh. Damn cursor.
What haze you done?
Oh my god. Pulled up the search screen on the other monitor.
You love to see it.
Just the way the inheritance is different?
And
oh, is it... What if I... No, that doesn't make any sense.
same.
Because that one doesn't have the object reference.
Yeah.
It might just be a dum-dum.
What's wrong with me? Aside from everything. Woo!
Okay, I'm just stupid.
Yay! I like big dumbs, and I cannot lie.
Although this code right here... I guess that's still fine. Yeah, it shouldn't really matter.
She says.
I think.
Erroneously.
Anyway. Well, let's just see what happens. I don't know. I don't actually know what's going to happen. I'll have to follow the whole thing down the rabbit hole again. That seems bad.
Yay!
Oh, hold on. Oh, it's because of this, probably. Which actually was probably with another reference didn't work either.
Grand.
Because that's kind of. Yeah, I'm dumb.
Yay!
I'm a big dum-dum.
Himst dumb. This right here is content.
Colette, what are you doing?
She doesn't know.
Oh. It's broken. I don't know if that's more or less broken. So it's like tapping it. Briefly unpauses it, but it never brings the menu up, which is interesting. It might be because those are both like happening on the same frame. Like let's go back to the way the cucumber one works.
One of my favorite down the drain bugs was when I was starting with the alternate weapons and just spawned infinite saw blades. Like they just kept coming and they all had collision, so they were just like pushing her and everything else away and pushed out of like the pipe level. It was great. I wonder where most of those videos ended up. I had them somewhere. Saved a bunch of videos on my phone.
So I think part of the reason that this is
dumbass development shindig.
I think the thing that now I think we're just conflicting with the old code you wrote because I changed it so much.
Beautiful.
So if you look at the way this works,
Never. I'm closing my eyes.
This update is written as if it only runs when the game is paused because the script should be disabled when it's not paused. So like it doesn't need to check if you're pausing the game here because the game is assumed to be already paused. So I think that maybe what is happening now is that like this is the problem.
What can I say? I'm a very intuitive person.
And so what we need to do here is, if we look back over here,
it's me, officer. I'm the problem.
And actually I should call that there too if I'm going to stick to the standard, but so
how dare you stick to a standard? Freewheeled and write whatever your heart desires.
So I don't actually know if these ever really got used. Cucumber, but I made them in case we wanted them to.
Aha.
And so it's going to be that's what we want. So we're going to put, guessing, was that, that's protected.
Same.
That is true. Oh. And then if these things are supposed to happen when the game becomes paused, then that's going to happen here. Okay, and then we don't need this either. We shouldn't.
You say that now.
Because we are assumed to be paused if this update loop is running. So.
Are we?
I don't remember. That might just be for that debugging stuff. But anyway. That's if we move the menu up or down. That's if the stick isn't moving. That's if we're unpausing.
Hope.
And then this is the stuff that just like we just have this in her testing purposes or when we were running demos and stuff, so that's all fine. Okay, so let's try it now.
Bold of you to assume it will.
I mean, I don't know if it will or not, but. Okay. Oh, it doesn't work when I push the button again though, so I did screw up that logic chain like this. So it works when I hit A to select the continue option, but it does not work if I just push the start button again. So that's if we're gonna make that work. I'm gonna have to figure out what's up with that. Oh, I just mashed it out. It kind of. But it looks like it's like. What happens if I do some crazy shit like this? No, look at that. So that I'll have to do. I'll have to count for that in
Claude
Marta's.
is now interested in Marta. You spinning her around got her attention.
Lorraine, can you make a little note for me over there?
Absolutely not. I'd rather die.
Okay.
What would you like me to write?
Put down cancel.
Cancel Netflix.
Oh, now it's
Got
broken. Oh, see, it was part of what was hooked up with that force field thing. Cancel Marta's force field when the game is paused. Okay.
Cancel Vogue. Well, now you've got her attention with the mouse. I mean, she follows the Destiny
sort of
cursor.
playing with the cat.
Like,
yeah. Client, you're so silly.
She's a
anyway.
goon. Where would you like this to be?
Just leave it on. Just leave it on your computer until I fix it.
Okay.
I'll fix it before we're done here. I hope. What? Don't eat the TV.
Bob, hey,
get down.
Hey. Knock it off. Come here.
Yeah, sit over there.
Come here. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah, it's a blanket. Look at how cozy that is. No. That's not what I asked you to do, but okay.
Well, let's just for
It's like so many parentheses.
yeah, well, I don't really need all those other ones without the other or.
I know, am I in your way?
Let's see if this still works.
Oh, there, is that better?
Which I'm thinking it will. So that's obviously not doing anything because I turned it off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right, so we fixed that sort of for now.
I knew since Bob.
So I'm not gonna worry about that for the moment. Let's go back over here.
And panic. Got it.
I guess we can try to fix that right now and see what happens. Hey, Colette, stop.
Bubby.
Hey, chill out.
Stop it. Hey.
Stop it.
Why are you being a bother? Rude bother cats don't get treats once the stream is done. Bye.
Keep an eye out. Help me find the. I'm almost certain there's
lost the ability to see.
a function in here that just stops the force field from being active.
Get force field up with a thing. Upgrade now. So. Force field control. Wait.
Oh, stop Marta. That would make sense. And in fact,
it's almost like
let's do this
functionality in here to account for pausing. Weird. Man, my hands are like so dry. It's terrible. This week was not kind to my skin, specifically my hands.
So I could actually do this the other way, but
Whop. This table is not comfortable. I'm just gonna say that also.
Do you want like a pillow or something for your feet?
No.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
that's not good. Oh, I bet. Actually, hold on, because I bet that she needs to be manually restarted.
Probably.
I bet that's what that is.
We've lost her.
And so you know what? I'm gonna do this the right way. I'm gonna.
Disgusting. Hey, look, there's Varda act. It's true.
Oh, is it just that variable?
Maybe. You're asking questions I don't have the answers to. The code might, though.
Because that just checks. That's just this. Start Marta. Okay.
Weird. Almost like my functions are simple and make sense.
So let's do this the way that I intended then, since I built that out in the first place.
Never.
We'll go. Oh, come on. I'm assuming they're both. Okay.
Just start Marta, stop Marta.
Yeah. Just that stuff's just gonna execute when those other things happen. That's when she becomes inactive.
Amazing.
Oh.
What?
I don't know. I fat fingered that for some reason.
Gross. There you go.
Okay. Actually, I want to do this first for this one.
Probably.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's try the... Oh, it's still busted. Wonder if that's because of that order is weird or something. Yeah, now it's gonna fuck up.
Woo.
Huh. Why didn't that work?
No. That's a good question. Was the shield out without you pressing the button? Is that what had happened?
Yeah, so I was holding it while hitting start.
Yeah.
And
So
then when I
stayed.
unpaused it, it's like it registered that input is active still or something weird going on. I don't know why this would be the case. But... So again, not right about the other inputs or whatever. Wonder if I bet it's not quite the same since it's the shooting, but
probably not.
Yeah, it's still jacked up.
If you press it again, does it stop it?
No. Yes, and then that does fix it. So I think what maybe the actual error that's happening there is if we do it again. I think that maybe it's like below 0 or something. Proceed controller 113.
Can you just double click the error and bring it up?
I don't remember if that works.
Pretty sure that works. Haha, I'm the best. Why does it speed up?
That's not the line it gave, although the line numbers it gives in the editor are weird. Like, I don't think they're always accurate.
Did it mention
but it is this call. Okay.
I was gonna say, it mentioned the speed up function. Why does the speed... I guess she does speed up.
Yeah, she changes velocity when you have the shield up.
Forgot that was a function.
And so like saying that this can't find Mardo when it recovers like that. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that we should fix that.
Don't get mad at my get calls. Find calls.
We're gonna fix that right now.
Coward. Why wouldn't you just go into force field setup?
I guess I could. That doesn't really matter. We can do
Wouldn't
that if you prefer.
Yes. It's literally right below
I need to
it.
put this here though.
Gross. Hi, Mom. What are you doing? You're goofy.
Okay.
Here's another real old script.
It's still not that.
No,
it probably won't solve our problem, but because obviously we don't want the I don't know why that's doing that though. Let's unplay it.
This error is weird. Like,
well, that. Oh, is it just fucked? There, come on. Like, I just don't know why it's
I mean, I still think it's more of a force field problem than it is
actually
a pausing problem. We need to shut it off once you go into the pause menu.
because I do think that again, it didn't seem to matter.
No, it worked the same both ways.
But I would think that this still needs to be first. What is this? Let's go look at this again. Velocity 0 stops reanimations. Deactivates.
Because see, it's there. It shouldn't. I wonder why it's holding.
Turns off. Okay. Speed up those falls. Well, let's see what happens. Maybe that will. Maybe it's something weird with the get function and the timing of it. That
you should have built it again. I think you would change some stuff.
Just see what happens.
Latest wheel. I don't think it's gonna fix anything, but you never know.
Alright, regular pausing still works fine. Nope. Huh.
Because when is it throwing the error?
Well, it's because it's twofold, right? It's still like, because we can check and see.
No, my question is, what is, like, is it you pressing the shield again?
So see, that did fix that actual lockup error when we came back out of it. Because I bet that find was with that part. We still need to fix the fact that the shield's not disabled for some reason. But like that removing that find did resolve that other issue of like if you tried to re-pause it or unpause it after the thing was at 0, it freaked out.
That didn't. My question was, what button press was making that error happen? Was it a pause press or was it the shield press after the fact?
It was just coming back out of the pause menu.
So just exiting the pause once it was 0.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, because it probably still thought it was up when you unpaused it. Because it never had it go down because it didn't realize it was active, but it was still active. Okay, I think I understand what the...
Alright. So we, like, got 30% of the way there.
Yay! Hey, man. It's more than 0.
That's... whatever. I don't give a shit about that.
Rude.
I wonder if it is... Let's try this.
It is #progress. Thank you for noticing.
Why not? No, I want this too. Actually, I can just delete this now. That's fine. I'm not going to go back to that.
Rude.
Because I'm going to admit, I did know this at one point. I don't know that I recall it now. Don't actually know where it picks up the execution of a script when you disable it in Unity. Because what we might want to have happen is for this to be at the end so that it like requeries that input. Maybe.
Yeah. Could not tell you the specifics of that.
Because yeah, when you when you turn the script to disabled, I don't know if it's like let's just say this was still back up here. I don't know. Like let's say that code, the pause code, lived like right here. I don't know if like when you re-enable it, it continues the execution from this point, or if it just like starts a new update loop. Which that might not even be the problem we're dealing with necessarily. But
what are you doing? Don't you stand on top of that PC. Don't you do it.
Colette, you're being bad. Nope, no, that didn't change anything.
Yeah. Come sit with me for a little bit. How about that? Yeah.
No, it's still not crashing at least.
Well, that's good.
Okay, well then it might just even be something in the Hold the phone.
I'm holding the cat instead.
Let's go ahead and put that back where it was, because I do feel like that's still a better place to have it, assuming it doesn't fuck anything up. Okay.
Yeah, see, it's fine.
Yeah, this starter, this should only be being called by Marta.
That's a good place for you to sit. Do you want the pillow? Is that what you're upset about? Do you want this too? That make it better? Take it from me? Or are you just gonna lay on the table? Okay, the table's fine. I should move closer to this mic though. There
we go. And then you would add, yeah, this is the public call that lets you deactivate it, which we did do. So I removed this, maybe, because this is when it was an input taker itself.
I mean, it was literally like 2 days ago, based on your comment.
That deactivate thing might actually be under the character controller. Hold on. Is input taker active equals false. Which that shouldn't do anything because it's not one of those anymore. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little befuddled by this. Colette, don't do it.
Do what I dare you, cat.
Colette, stop.
Bub, you're being real helpful. You're just very thoughtful, and I appreciate that about you, Colette. There she goes. The pause menu is a con, that's right. This is all a sham. Sham and lies.
Let's try this, just out of curiosity.
No doubt.
Because I don't think there is an externally callable. That doesn't already exist, right? Okay. So those actually do have kind of the equivalent to that.
Again, similarly to, I guess the projectile is a little different because it was maybe the first thing in there, but has undergone a lot of changes with the projectiles themselves getting updated, and the same with the alternate weapons. But the force field is also just very old, so I can imagine there's not all the right hooks and or receptacles in place.
No, what? Why? It shouldn't be possible. I don't understand. Huh. I need to.
Is the button call for the force field to come up, is that on the player controller?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that says update there. It's right there.
Okay, so it's just activating that update.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at my clever fucking name. My naming conventions are beautiful.
I just don't understand.
I still think the problem's in the force field, personally. Do you remember if it was doing that before?
No, I have no idea. If it might have, I do not recall.
You got the button held.
Don't actually think we need those anymore, but that's whatever.
Is there any way you could just like call a button release on the force field button and see if it does something? I don't know if it will.
Maybe it's here. Hold on. I just don't know. let's see. I do want to get rid of a bunch of this other shit too.
No.
No, not.
No, I know.
I'm just talking. I'm trying to think.
Disgusting. Thinking is for cowards. I never think. That's why I'm not a coward.
What's it in here? Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of this shit for right now.
I still think the problem is in the force field controller. I feel like it's got to be somewhere in here. You do realize it's going to be impossible to see those messages in the slew of log outs that we have, right?
Get rid of the other ones.
Good luck. There's like 1,000 of them. Where does it turn it off? It's greater than 1. It's greater than 0 or 2. What is FCC2? I have no idea. Enabled. Speed of trigger. Recharge delay 0. And I could just... I don't know if I have any of this code on my laptop. Or on the Surface. Oh no, I was looking at it through Assembler last time is what I was doing. That's right.
Oh my god, fuck you. It's doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is the other stuff I want to get rid of for the moment.
Mm.
Controller, dice, gamepad name, blah, 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 blah. I think that's all in here somewhere.
I still think you could just double click on the comment and pull up the script for it.
What, here?
Think so. I'm the greatest. Input taker character input taker base seems to be where this is. No, you click the same one. Yeah, this seems to all be in this one.
thing?
I think that one, yeah. No, it was there too. Never mind. It's paused still.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Oops. Don't get most of that shit. Oh my god, why?
You need to shore up your mouse clicks. Turn down your touch sensitivity. It never says force field is disabled. That's disconcerting. Unless that just isn't a thing.
No, that's... You'd think it would, wouldn't you?
Again, I don't think ever. So I wouldn't know.
I wonder if this has something to do with it.
Why the timer?
Oh, never mind. That's not what I thought that was referencing.
It's definitely one of my output logs with all those A's in it. I'm the best. Coding can be fun. It was just above that. It's in the same script.
Okay, so that actually means that neither of those other things are trying to do is happening, I don't think. Because what we had in here was down here maybe.
So it's just not even getting called.
Oh, this is the pause controller. I don't remember where I put those other comments in. I just put them here like 10 seconds ago.
Well, the one was in the force field update. I'm pretty sure that's in the actual force field controller script. If you're looking for those comments you put in.
Oh, didn't I not actually put anything in there? I guess I didn't.
I mean, it might be in her update, and...
No, yeah. I thought I did more than that. Apparently I didn't. Yes, it definitely didn't call this. So I think what might be happening is
I couldn't tell you how calls work. Your phone is ringing.
It's nothing. It's some bullshit.
I love it.
Oops.
What have you done?
Maybe? I'm not sure. We'll see. Let's see. All right. Because in here, don't think we would need this. I don't know if these are conflicting or not, but that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. There's that as well, probably fine. Alright, let's see what happens if we do that. First one regularly. Still broken. He's clean slate again. That is not where I clicked.
You realize it's happening like every second, right?
Why would this happen? And the other thing still didn't happen at all.
Mm.
Alright, this must be something that I screwed up. Don't do anything, base. Maybe I need to maybe it's this. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's code that, like I said, I don't remember if I actually did use those in Cucumber or not. Like, I put them in thinking that I might use them, but...
Hey!
Okay, I bet that's what it was. See, I shouldn't have trusted that old code, so you're not the only...
Wait.
Well, that was interesting.
Damn it! What? Why did it work one time and not the other?
Alright, so normally fine. Colette, stop.
What do you want?
I might have just still been fat fingering the button.
Oh. Damn it.
That doesn't appear to have done anything. Except,
No, she's just rolling on the green screen. As long as you're not clawing it, I don't... Hey! Knock it off.
Timer disabled. The game is paused. Force field update. I was just not being called at all?
Hey! You're gonna get removed from the premises. Don't look at me like that. Yes. She's here. She's being a bother.
Hi there.
Go stand in the drop ceiling or something. There.
So here's another thing we can check just out of curiosity. So I iterate through why this is the way it is.
Every day I'm iterating. Oh.
So we ping pong back and forth. Oh, I probably do want that in there, I guess. I know that actually makes a difference. Because that if might not be relevant anymore. Okay. So that did solve that. Okay. What's up?
Nothing. Brian was commenting on seeing you walk off one screen with a background and magically into another one with no background was great. Like a 90s TV show where they jumped into video game. And I said, hacker voice, I'm in. Quick slice the encryption so we can break the firewall.
Oh, that one I want to keep. This one I can remove for now. Just in case these are somehow different, which they shouldn't be. Okay, so I've got no more constantly iterating stuff here.
Where's the
All right, so that's our problem. I don't know. Those functions aren't actually getting called. Again, like I said, I had to. I'm gonna run and use the bathroom real quick. I had written that stuff, and I don't know that I ever used it, so it probably never got tested because I just kind of put the skeleton of it in there. And,
skeleton.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
Oh, there we go. He did it. He escaped the room. Good for him. Now I'm over here just doing something real dumb. Based off of a conversation I had with my sister earlier today. She has an irrational fear of kangaroos because they look like people. In her words, they look like people. And we were talking about an alligator kangaroo or whatever earlier today, and I asked if that would be better or worse, and she said it would be worse because she's like, they could bite you and also still punch you. So I'm in the process of drawing an alligator kangaroo. She's also scared of their pouches, and it's a whole thing. We've had many conversations about this in the past. But I'm over here busting out my hot paint.net skills with my fingers. Fingies. What is this layer? I don't know. Send it down anyway. Oh, that's good. I wish that made this bigger. I could make Clip Studio Paint work more with actual touch, because normally the way I have it set, the tools don't work. It's just like maneuvering and manipulating like menus and stuff like that, which is very helpful. Like, so it only takes the pen input. So I can just like move the canvas around kind of however I want, which is real nice. But there are times like this where I would rather be using that than paint.net. But here I am using paint.net anyway, because it was faster. And I'm going to send this picture to her, and she might get upset. But that's just how it goes. Sometimes you just got to make art that makes people feel things they don't want to feel. Some of those is fear. Sometimes it's fear. Welcome back. You were close. That's a good sound.
So yeah, this is something to do with code that I thought would work at some point that isn't working.
Code you thought would work but didn't think would work? Gosh. I think the way that these work might conflict in some way. Maybe, I'm not sure. With what's already there, or just in like a
Let's
weird
just
different way?
try. Because this is gonna screw up the way they actually function. But let's just see if I get the call I'm looking for by. Okay. Huh. Still nothing, huh? That is so weird.
Just another call not firing or something, or?
I wonder if it's, hold on, let me keep thinking. Yeah. How you doing over there?
I'm good. I'm doing something stupid.
Okay, well, see how this goes. We might call this in a second just because I'm brick walling over here somewhat. So that's something.
Right there. It's a helpful lesson about coding. Sometimes you need to step away from it. You can't just stare at it unendingly for hours on end and expect all the good results. Sometimes they just don't come. You need to go do something else. And that's
Player
fine.
enabled. Okay, so yeah, that's still guessing if I were to remove this, that just still basically won't be working right. Does though. That is so weird.
And sometimes you don't have the option to look away.
Huh. So that's... I don't quite know how that could be. Okay. Oh yeah, so we're not really having a discussion or anything anymore. I think we might just call this for the afternoon.
Woo!
I'll eyeball this again in a couple minutes and see where I can get, but not really getting anywhere right now. Yeah, I think it just has something to do with the way they implemented that other code that never worked right.
Give me like 2 more seconds. I can share something with you.
Okay.
Cap the stream off.
Close a bunch of these windows.
Where would be the best place to put it for you to find?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Dropbox, email.
Your Windows Media Player. Sent it to our Dropbox.
Where at? Oh. Is it this guy?
Yes. That's what I was just working on.
Oh,
I mean,
you know,
my shulk is also a treat.
I like it.
You're welcome.
Just do that apropos of nothing.
No, it was something Carolyn and I were talking about earlier.
Oh, he's very cute. I dig him.
She doesn't like him. She won't like him because she doesn't like the idea of
boxing,
alligators and kangaroos, and gators and kangaroos being the same thing.
Indeed. Right on. Well, I'd like him. Does he have a name?
No, I just named him Gatoroo with like a million O's. As you can see in the photo.
All right, well, in honor of Gatoroo, we'll call it an afternoon.
Afternoon.
Try to do some more of this in the future.
Yeah.
I'm a little mad we got stuck the very first time, but whatever.
It's such as code.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lorraine, for hanging out. Thank you, Brian.
Yay.
Whoever else for joining us for a little online. And with that said, I'm going to go over here to the other computer and take us out.
Wow! With a sniper rifle?
No.
Damn it.
So long.
Bye.